London was asleep. September 2nd, 1666. Then, somewhere on Pudding Lane, a bakery caught fire. At first, it seemed like an ordinary accident, but London was about to experience one of the most destructive events in its history. This is Unfiltered Zone, and this is the story of the Great Fire of London. Stay tuned. The bakery belonged to Thomas Farina. The fire began in the early hours of Sunday morning, and London was dangerously vulnerable. Many buildings were made of timber. Houses stood close together. Streets were narrow and a strong wind was blowing. The flames quickly moved from one building to another. What should have been a local emergency was becoming a citywide disaster. By morning, Londonians were fleeing. Some carried valuables. Others grabbed whatever they could before leaving their homes. Crowded streets filled with people, birds, smoke, and confusion. There was no modern fire service to call. Instead, people formed chains to carry water. Firefighters and residents tried to pull down buildings to create gaps between the flames. But the wind kept pushing the fire forward. Over the next few days, the destruction spread through the city of London. Homes disappeared, businesses were destroyed, churches went up in flames. Even St. Paul's Cathedral was eventually consumed. Thousands of people were forced out of their homes, and the city authorities faced the brutal decision: destroy buildings deliberately or risk losing even more of London. Gunpowder was used to demolish buildings and create fire breaks. The idea was simple. If there was nothing left to burn, the flames could not keep moving. Slowly, the fire began to lose its power. By September 5th, the Great Fire was finally under control. 4 days. That was enough to transform London forever. The destruction was enormous. Tens of thousands of people were left homeless, and much of the medieval city of London has been destroyed. Yet the city had to continue. London was rebuilt. Construction practices changed. Brick and stone became more widely used, and the disaster eventually became part of the story of London's transformation. History often gives dates and numbers. September 2nd, September 5th. Thousands of homes. But behind those numbers were people, families, workers, business owners. People who went to sleep on September 1st expecting an ordinary week and woke up to a city in crisis. That's what makes history worth remembering. These weren't just events, they were people's lives. The Great Fire lasted only a few days. Its consequences lasted much longer. London lost buildings, businesses, and homes, but it also gained the opportunity to rebuild differently. Sometimes history changes slowly, and sometimes it begins with a single spark. This is Unfiltered Zone. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay curious.